So the program is done online. So sizoqala sibuke, this is grade 11 trigonometry. So siyazi vele ukuthi upaper 2 akithi lo.
Yeah.
So mina uma ngikufundisa ke ngiyathanda ukuthi ngiqale from the basics, from the introduction. Okay, imic yakho ungayimute so uzoyibonisa if mhlawumbe ngibuza or if ufuna ukubuza, so that yes, because kune sound in the background, so you can mute your mic. Then uma ufuna ukuphawula ke uzobe sewuyi-honest.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so mina ngiyangithanda ukuthi uma ngifundisa ngiqale from the basics. So I will take you through the introduction and then we build from there up until sikhone ukucover this topic isiphelele yonke. So this is our introduction. So trigonometry, so it's we have to understand ukuthi masikhuluma nge-trigonometry sikhuluma ngani. So trigonometry is the branch of mathematics dealing with the relations of the sides and angles of triangles and with the relevant functions of many angles. So siyazi la ukuthi ku-trigonometry sidila kakhulu nama-angles, uthola i-size ye-angle, sidila kakhulu nokuthola ama-sides, ama-triangles. So ukuze sikhone ukuthola those sides, ama-triangles, noma sithole inakhuza i-size ye-angle, so we use trig functions. So in total we have trig functions I6. So there are 6 functions of an angle commonly used in trigonometry. So lama functions wabiza ngama-trig functions. So eyokuqala i-function esinayo is i-function ka-sine. So we have sine, we have cosine, sibe ne-tangent, tan. So it's sine, cos, and tan. So these 3 function engisawa-mentionile ilawo esiwabiza ngokuthi angama-main trig functions. And then bese siba namanye awu-3 angama-reciprocals. So usho ukuthi ama-reciprocals ukusho ukuthi ama-inverse lawo. So ama-inverse ama-main function. So imaphi ama-reciprocal esinawo azokwenza ukuthi sigcine siba nama-function awu-6, u-cotangent, u-secant, and u-cosecant. So these 6 functions siwabiza ngama-trig functions. So but the 3 main functions now is sine, cos, and tan. So the other 3, the last 3, lawa ekusuke sekungama-reciprocals, okusho ukuthi kusuke sekungama-inverse now. So we define the basic trigonometric ratios using the lengths of the sides of a right-angled triangle. So kunalento esibiza ngama-trig ratios. So kumele siwazi ama-ratios. So masikhuluma nge-ratios sikhuluma kumele sibe nama-variables at least I2 esiwadividayo khona ezosinikeza i-ratio. So asike senze i-example la. I need you to see here we have a triangle yethu, triangle A, B, C. So now kumele wazi ukuthi okay, if sino A laphaya, leli i-side el-opposite leya angle at A, i-side lakhona silidenote ngo-small letter A. Then if it's no B, like the opposite side silidenote inakhuza i-length opposite side ka-angle B, silidenote ngo-small letter B. Same thing applies uma sino C laphayana, the opposite side waleya angle kuba u-small letter C. I'm sure useke wezwa ngayo. So iyona esiyisebenzisa kakhulu ukuze sikhona uku-identifya ama-ratios wethu. So katoa. So katoa. Okay, so usokatoa simsebenzisa ukuthola ama-ratios wethu, ukuthola ukuthi maphi ama-variables esiwasebenzisayo ukuze sithole i-ratio e-applya to a specific function. So for an example, if sibuka the first one, uso loa, so S la usho ukuthi sikhuluma nge-trig function okuwubani okuwu-sine. So usho ukuthi la we are referring to sine function. So i-ratio ke ka-sine function izothi so opposite and hypotenuse. So kusho ukuthi if simileya angle A, this is the opposite side. Obvious iside leli lide kwi-triangle yakho iyona hypotenuse leya. So this is the hypotenuse. Then bese kuthi leli linye side liyini li-adjacent. So if si laphaya ku-angle A, i-angle ethi laphayana ku-A, so the opposite side kuzoba a small letter a and the hypotenuse kubo small letter c. So now uma sifuna ukuthola ke i-ratio ka-sin. So let's say sifuna u-sin theta, i-ratio ka-sin theta noma sithi u-sin a ngoba sino a lapha ku-angle kodwa kuyafana ungabeka noma kanjani. So i-ratio yakhona ithi angikakhombela sitheni kwi-ratio we divide ama-variables ayi-2. So it's opposite over hypotenuse. So sesiyakhona ukuthi from these alphabets sikhiphe the ratio apply to i-function ka-sin. So the ratio applicable to sin is opposite over hypotenuse. So umibhale ratio yakho it's opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse. So if length ubuzoyibhala ngokwama alphabet lawo esinayo, so this is the opposite side. So i-length the opposite side it denotes ubani small letter a. So besoba no small letter a over the hypotenuse no small letter c. So the hypotenuse the longer side of the triangle is denoted by a small letter c. So now says okay, if sifuna i-ratio ye-function or sin, so sin theta or sin a, sithatha the opposite, the length of the opposite side is divided by length yani the hypotenuse. Then say sikhiphile ratio bas divide these two variables, so say we ratio le. So that is why sithi lokhu sikubiza ngani ngama-trig ratios, because we've got two variables esiwadividayo ukuze sinikeze the ratio. Then uma siza kwelandelayo, here we are referring to a function ka-cos. So here we are referring to a cos function. So if it's funa the ratio apply to cos, it's adjacent over hypotenuse. So a you adjacent, the adjacent side over hypotenuse side. So if we parallel ratio there, it's adjacent side over hypotenuse. So now if we were to write this ngokama variables lawo esinayo a, b and c, so besothini adjacent yethu it denotes u-b lapha ya. So small letter b over hypotenuse is denoted by small letter c. All right, then the last one uT here is for 10. So sisebenzisa i-function ka-10, so the tangent. So 10 function, so tan theta, i-ratio yakhona izothini la. So 10 theta, i-ratio yakhona ithi opposite over adjacent. So it's opposite side over adjacent side. So now if you see bala in terms of a, b and c, so the opposite it's denoted by a, small letter a, and the adjacent is denoted by b. Then this is how we identify trig ratios applier trig functions. So combo sine, cos, and tan, these are trig functions. So OA over C, B over C, A over B, these are trig ratios are applicable to these trig functions. You still following?
Yeah.
So if you are given a triangle and two sides wanikeziwe, there is iside one unknown unganikeziwe. So obviously siyalazi le side ihlezi 90 degrees. I mean they are angles ihlezi 90 degrees. So this is triangle A, B and C. So siyayazi uBC ilength kaBC siyayazi maybe basitshelile ukuthi i2 units i-angle ka-AB iside, I mean iside ilength ka-AB maybe nayo i2 units. So now uthola ukuthi this side is not given. So once we triangle wanikezwa ama-sides ayi-2 and there's iside ongalazi unknown, you can solve for that unknown side usebenzisa the Pythagoras theorem. So mawusebenzisa i-Pythagoras theorem, i-formula ithini? R squared is equals to x squared plus y squared. So this is i-Pythagoras theorem esiyisebenzisa. So muzofuna like masikhuluma ngeleli side the missing side here okuyi-hypotenuse. I-hypotenuse ihlezi idenothwa ngo-small letter r. Okay, but ngiyehluleka ukubhala ngama-small letters because I'm used ekubhaleni ngama-capital letters, but this is a small letter r. So leli side liwu-r. Angithi lento siyibuka kanjani? Let's say besidweba i-Cartesian plane. So asithi besikade sidweba i-Cartesian plane. So this is the Cartesian plane. Then bese sibuka laphana is the origin point. This is the origin point. So these are x-axis, these are y-axis. So kusho ukuthi u2 i-distance u2 i-distance emeasure in le, umeasure ama-x-axis angithi. So kusho ukuthi iyona value ka-x le. And then u2 lo yana umeasure i-distance kunakhuza kuma-axis, kuma-y-axis. So kusho ukuthi u-y lo ya. So now if uwazi u-x uwazi u-y usuzokhona ukuthola leli side eliwubani eliwu-r squared, which is i-hypotenuse. Siyatholana.
Yep.
So la unganikwa uma bethi sometimes bengakunikeza uthola ukuthi uyalazi leli side maybe liwu4 bengakunikezi leli. So usuyabona ukuthi ufuna u-x la then uzosolve for x squared or you can solve for y squared. So as long unikezwe ama side i2, whatever side that is not given uzokhona ukuyithola ngokusebenzisa the Pythagoras theorem. So question 1, determine the values of A and B. So if you look at A, nanti alaphaya. If you look at B, nanti alaphaya. In the right angled triangle TUW, so it's triangular right angled triangle TUW. This is our triangle. Then correct to 1 decimal place. This is 5 marks. So we are required to find the value of A and B. Okay, nasi sibalo sethu la. So sifuna i-value ka A nange A nange B. So konje la u30 lo i-distance angithi yakhumbula ngi10. Okay, noma asikiyekele lokho. But siyalazi leli side leli. So leli side u-UW noma ungathi WU, it doesn't matter ukuthi uqala ngako. So we know ukuthi leli side liyini. I mean linikeziwe liwu-30 units leli side leli. So asilazi leli side hypotenuse leya asiyazi, and then u-B asimazi. Now into ekumele si-check-e ukuthi okay sikule angle sinikeziwe i-angle laphaya. So uthi loya i-angle yakhona sinikeziwe iwu-47. Now into ekumele sizibuze yona ukuthi ukuze sithole i-value ka-A iyiphi i-trig ratio esizoyi-applya la. So angithi uyabona ukuthi uma simi la ukuthi sine opposite side esiyaziyo ukuthi iwu-30. This is the opposite side esiyaziyo ukuthi iwu-30. And then uma sifuna u-A uyini uyi-hypotenuse. Now usuyayibuza ukuthi iyiphi konje i-function e-applya kwi-ratio ka-opposite over hypotenuse. Konje iyiphi leyo function leyo? Any ratio ka-opposite over hypotenuse sithe ubani?
10.
Check-e kahle, asibuyele back. Sibuyele back. Kuma ratios wethu. Nanka ama ratios wethu la. So i-ratio eno-opposite over hypotenuse uba i-function njalo, I mean i-function ene-ratio ka-opposite over hypotenuse.
Sine.
Usine, yes. So the applicable function la usine. So usho ukuthi la uma simi kule angle sizosebenzisa i-ratio ka-opposite over hypotenuse. Kusho ukuthi the function that is applicable kuzoba usine. So kusho ukuthi la sizoba no sine theta. Already siyayazi u-theta usize we-angle yethu lapha u-47. So sisabhala. So sine theta i-ratio yakhona sithe ubani u-opposite side. So it's opposite side over hypotenuse. Okay. So sesiyabona ukuthi iyona ndlela esikhona uku-identify ngayo ukuthi nansi i-trig function esebenzayo. Sibona ngokwe-ratio ukuthi okay uma sifuna u-A laphayana uma simi kule angle sine opposite side then u-A uyi-hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse that is usine. I-ratio ka-sine le. So now sesiyayazi ukuthi usize waleya angle iwubani iwu-47. Okusho ukuthi ngamanye amazwi we have usine 47 degrees equals to, so the opposite, if length the opposite uba length the opposite side. Opposite side. So must like the opposite side to the side. So length yakhona ubani
30.
So opposite way to it's 30 over. We do not know hypotenuse. You're not a way to one it.
Yeah.
The hypotenuse is a. So this is hypotenuse. The hypotenuse explains the way they decide delete we triangle. You're not hypotenuse. Now, since you are solve value a. We must solve value a. Small we can cross multiply. So must cross multiply last, over 1, obvious. So 38 times sine 47 degrees because of a sine 47. Yes. So now a sine 47 degrees equals to 1 times 30 kuzosinikeza 30. Look here. Now sifuna ivalue a yangithi. So ukuze sithole a kumele sidivide ngobani? Sine 47. So we divide sine 47. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. So sine 47. Then sine 47 and sine 47 cancels out. Sisale nevalue a. So masifuna ivalue a izobani ke 30 over sine 47. So let me open my calculator as well. So that 80 over
41,01.
Okay, now you can try nami. Okay, million value brackets. 41,01. Turn around the 2, but just round the 2, how many decimals? To 1 decimal. So we take 1 digit after comma. So sizo in the person of the final answer. If
41.
So 41.0. So that is 41 units. So it distance, let's call them length TU. So a length yala distance there. So I'm at distance weight no mama length weight so measure in units. So I say 41 degrees lo. Ungasho because uma 41 degrees uzobusho uthi angle. So thina besingafuni angle lesifuni side. Siyamsana.
Yeah.
All right. Then but asicalculate ivalue ka b as well. Bafuna nevalue ka b. So uma ubuka b, so uma sifuna b laphayana sisebenzisa le angle esinikezwe because la you use what you have. So in this scenario lana i-angle ka 47. So uma sifuna b, uma sik 47 laphayana the opposite is 30, then b uzoba yini? I-adjacent angithi.
Yeah.
So this is opposite and this one is adjacent. So if inakuza i-trig function and a ratio ka opposite over adjacent. So sibuya sizocheck la. Opposite over adjacent
10.
10, yes. So usho ukuthi la ukuze sithole ivalue ka b we're gonna use 10. So 10 theta equals to, so angithi sithuma simi kule angle sino opposite over adjacent. So opposite over adjacent. Okay, so already siyayazi usize we-angle yethu laphana u-47. So la khona u-theta siyazi ukuthi sino 47. It usuke representa usize we-angle yethu which is 47. So we have 10 47 degrees equals to opposite i-length ka opposite side ubani u-30 units. So 30 units and adjacent yethu ubani value yaye u-b angithi. So u-b, then sifuna ukusolve ke for u-b lo. Again senze efanayo we cross multiply. 10 47 times u-b sizoba no b 10 47 b 10 47 equals to 1 times 30 sino 30 laphaya. Then sifuna u-b we divide by 10 47. So 10 47. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. So 10 47. So tan 47 bayabulalana sisale ne-value ka-b. So now you use your calculator ukuthola i-value ka-b. So i-value ka-b it's 30 over tan 47. So lokho kungikhiphela u-27.9. So bathe we take one digit. So ngoba ukhona u9 and ikhona u7 laphayana, we're gonna add 1 ngala kuwo 28.0. So this is 28.0. So now usuya conclude ke la. Therefore, the value ka-a is equals to 41.0 units. And the value of b is equals to 28.0 units. Then so no 5 marks. Unzima, who understanding?
Yeah.
1.3 or 3 marks. Given 2 sine theta over 2 equals to cos 43. For theta is an element of 0 and 90 degrees. Determine the value of theta, correct to 1 decimal place. So la number determine a value that theta. So we are solving for theta. So now sisibalo sethu la. So asisibale part. So isibalo sethu sithi 2 sine theta over 2 is equals to cos 43 degrees. And we are required to solve for theta. So must solve theta ke la sizokwenza njani. So sizoqala okay, so into yokuqala kumele siyenze, we must get rid of lower 2. Angithi siyambona lo 2 lapha eqaleni.
Yeah.
So if we want to get rid of lower 2 kumele senze njani? Si divide ngo2 nangala si divide ngo2. Then lower 2 na lower sebeyabulalana senayo 2 lapha nasesisala nobani? Sisele no sin theta over 2 equals to cos 43 degrees over 2. Now step esilandelayo ekumele sisenze la sekumele senze njani? Sekumele sixoshe usin lo, because into esifunayo thina ekugcineni sifuna ukuthola i-value ka-theta. So ukuze sixoshe usin kusho ukuthi kumele sidivide ngosin nangala sidivide ngosin angithi. So that isizosala so that isizosala no theta over 2, because into esifunayo sifuna ukuthola lo value ka-theta. So asimsuseni ke lo sin. So now if nathi into kumele uyazi, if si divide nge-trig function, so we calculate yakho sisebenzisa into esibiza ngo okay, so if si divide nge-function, so uma si divide ngo-sin la, lokho we calculate sikushaya kanjani? Sithi second function sin I mean shift, ushaya shift bese uthi sin, then kuphume usin arc. So lo sin arc kusho ukuthini? Udivide ngosin lapha ya function. So kusho ukuthi uma sidivide ngosin la, uma sidivide ngosin la sizosala nobani? Sizosala no theta over 2. So ngoba sidivide ngosin kusho ukuthi sizoba nobani? Sizoba no sin arc. Then asishayelana. So umuthi cos 43 over 2 uthola ba. So ungibizele, so unakhuza umudila uma senza ama nakhuza ama problems afana nalawo, asi round off phakathi nesibalo, we only round ekugcineni. So uzongibizela ama value ozoyithola, uzongibizela wonke ama digits akhona kuleyo value. So mushaya calculator lapha yana cos 43 over 2 kuphuma ba, uyibize yonke.
Yep. Okay. Okay, ngitholile 0. Okay, it was 0.365768508.
Okay, nami ngithola yona, so ngibizela yona ke yonke u 0,
365 365
365
676
676
850
850
8.
8. Thank you. So ifake iphelele round off lapha phakathi nesibalo. So sesirounde uma sesifika ekugcineni. Then usuzongishayela ke la ukuthi uma uthi ke lona ngithi sidivide ngosine, so uzoshaya u-arc sine bese ufaka lapho leya digit ungitshela ukuthi kuphuma ba. Uma usukushaya konke ke lokhiya, so uzothi shift sine then bese ufaka yonke leya nakhosi leya value esinayo lapha leya decimal yethu. So ngala sino theta over 2 equals 2. So uma ukushaya konke lokhiya kuphuma ba.
Kuphuma 21,4492
You mana musukusheshisa 44
92
92
4319.
4319. Okay, sesiqedile isibalo sethu. Angithi thina sifuna ukusolve for utheta lana ngithi.
Yeah.
Solve for theta sesiya cross multiplier. Obviously there is denominator o1 lapha. So theta times o1, that is theta. Then bese sithi 2 times lower ya. So kusho ukuthi sizo times u2 sizo times ngayo. So uma uthanda futhi le nto le ungathi multiply by 2 la. Then u2 no2 bayakhanselana usale no theta. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. Nangala uthi times 2. So now usuzothi ke 21,44924319 times 2. So le value le obuyithole lapha na value times 2. Then sesiyawuthola ku size ka theta ukuthi uba.
Okay, 42.
So now so round this is the final answer. So final answer we round to 1 decimal. So it's about 42,
Oh wait, 43,0.
It was about 40,
3,0.
0, 43, 0. It do theta, so this is degrees, not units, because it's for now size that theta. You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, khona into ongayi-understand ngala mhlawumbe ngiphinde ngiyichaze ukuze uzoba clear. So this is how we solve i-value ka. Okay, so the problem esinikeziwe leso kumele sifunde, understand. So Thelma flies a kite on a 22-meter piece of string, and the height of the kite is above the ground. Above the ground is 20.4 meters. With an aid of a rough sketch, determine the angle of inclination of the string. Correct to 1 decimal. Okay, so sine scenario vela. So but with an aid of a sketch, kumele sibe ne sketch sethu esizosidweba. So sino Thelma la kanye ne kite. So Thelma is flying a kite. So I kite iyaphi? Iyaphezulu. So Thelma flies a kite on a 22-meter piece of string. Okay, so the meter string asebenzisayo i-length yayo string so 22 meters. And the height of the kite above the ground is 20.4. All right, so the information singayipresenta la, so singaba ne-diagram yethu. So because bathe with an aid of a sketch, so we are sketching a diagram yethu. So nansi into yethu la eyikhona. So this is the ground. So this is the ground, and then uThelma nangu la akhona. So this is uThelma. So uThelma umilapha yayiposition akuyona. So uphethe the string of i-kite siyaphezulu. So bathe the length of the string siwubani? Siwu-22. So kusho ukuthi this is 22. Ngibona ngana ukuthi sithe ina cause sithe i-hypotenuse ilona side elihlezi lilide leli. So cause sino 22 sibe no 20.4. So let distance ukuthi le distance kumele ibe enkulu kunale shothi le u20.4 ilele linye side leli uma suka from the ground siya phezulu because bathi the height of the kite nanti kite la ikhona so i-kite indizela lapha yaphezulu so i-kite lapha ya so i-string lesi asibambile uThelma as a flyer le kite yakhe so nansi yala ikhona so now the height of the kite above the ground so this is the ground so the height of inakuza i-kite is 20.4 so this is the height 20.4 uyayibamba
Yeah.
so obviously siyazi lapha ukuthi sinobani sino 90 degrees okay so sebethi ke determine the angle of inclination so sifuna i-angle la amkhona umlana ngithi umikule angle nansi angle uThelma amikuyona so uThelma lo so this is Thelma where is standing on this position umikule angle so now sifuna usize wale angle so masifuna inclination sifuna i-angle lapho ukuthi le angle iwubani so sinika ama distance so uma ubuka le angle sinobani sino opposite and hypotenuse so iyiphi function ke so i-apply lapho opposite over hypotenuse i-function leyo ratio apply kuyiphi function hypotenuse over opposite over hypotenuse
Sine
lo good so kusho ukuthi sizoba no sine theta equals to opposites over hypotenuse. Okay, so in this case asiyazi value ka theta so sifuna yena i-size we inclination le angle uThelma amikuyona as a flyer i-kite at that distance ka 22 meters at a height of 20.4 meters. So lento kumele uyi-analyze ukhona ukuyicula so that's noma u-explainela abanye nifunda nabo besho ukuthi hayi lo muntu ukhuluma ngento ayazi so sin theta so i-opposite is inakuza ithini i-distance opposite side
20.4
20.4 over i-length the hypotenuse
22
so thina sifuna i-angle ka theta ngithi
yeah
bose siyazi ukuthi masifuna u-theta so divide ngobani ngo-sin so mas divide ngo-sin sisala no theta so sizoba no sin arc arc sin 20.4 over 22 so mushaya ke lapha yana kuphuma ubani usize we-angle uThelma amikuyona so you just punch this in your calculator
68.0
68.0%. So this is the angle uThelma amikuyona shothi usize waleya angle uThelma amikuyona is 68.0 degrees. So question 2 kumele siufundike si understand kahle. So question 2 in a triangle ABC triangle ACB equals to 30 so makhulunywa ngo-C lapha yana nje yabona ukuthi i-cap C kusho ukuthi angle ka-C sesiyazi ukuthi u-30 degrees so AC distance le so AC nangiya u-AC le distance le bathi ubani u-20 centimeters so nangiya u-20 centimeters lapha the distance of AC and the distance ka BC u-22 where is BC nangiya u-B lapha ya nangiya u-C so the distance ka B and C is 22 meters. The perpendicular line from A intersects BC at T. So there is a line or perpendicular. Okay, so the perpendicular line from A nangiya lo line lo AT perpendicular no BC. Then sine point lapha na eli-T laba intersector khona the perpendicular no perpendicular to that one by intersector at point T. Then sifuna la senzeni ke la determine the length of uT C. Bafuna i-length ka T and C. So asicheckeni ke yiphi ilength abayifunayo. Nangiya uT, nangiya uC. Angithi uyabona lana ukuthi uTC bakule triangle le, because lama triangle awu2 uyabona ngithi sine triangle ATC. So ngicela ukuyinakhuza ukuyi-highlighter ngoblue khona uzoyibona kahle le triangle. So i-triangle le yokuqala esinayo. Siphinde sibe nansi futhi enye triangle yesibili le encane uyayibona ama-triangle awu2.
Yeah.
Okay, so i-triangle, so bafuna i-distance ka-T and C. So u-T and C bakule triangle enkulu eku-triangle ATC. So kusho ukuthi kwi-solution yethu kumele si-indicate laphaya. So le triangle it's umuqani washo ukuthi ukhethe u-CAT. So i-focus yethu la iku-triangle, ngicela ukushintsha kube white engibhala ngayo la. So siku-triangle CAT. So CAT yona triangle esikuyona leya ya. So now uma ubuka la same thing kade siyenza. I-angle esiyaziyo ile angle ewu-30 degrees. Nansi angle esiyaziyo. So kusho ukuthi leli side li-opposite, leli side li-opposite and leli li-adjacent. Obviously leli side elide lihlezi liba i-hypotenuse. I-ratio esingayisebenzisa i-ratio soyisebenzisa kumele ibe no-A okuyi-adjacent. So kusho ukuthi singakhona ukusebenzisa u-adjacent over hypotenuse. So uma sithi adjacent over hypotenuse iyiphi function applicable lapha?
Cos.
Cos, good. So kusho ukuthi la sizoba no cos theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So uma sidenote ngama-alphabet wethu amancane, i-adjacent iuba small letter ba?
A.
U-hypotenuse, small letter T, angithi. So now angithi uyabona ukuthi now u-cos, i-ratio ka-cos iyasinikeza i-option yokuthola le side oku-small letter A, which is u-TC. So u-A siyazi ukuthi i-distance ka-TC leya, and then small letter T distance kabani ka-AC. So if ubungayibhala futhi nakanje umuthanda uthi cos theta equals to TC over AC, then ususolve for u-TC because it's for the distance ka-TC. So but mina prefer ukuthi sisebenzise ama-alphabet ama-small letter ukuthi okay, if it's no A laphayana the opposite side i-distance ka-CT sidenote ngo-small letter A. So futhi lana sifuna u-small letter A. Uma sithola i-distance ka-small letter A kuzobe kwi-distance kabani leyo ka-T and C, because u-small letter A uyi-distance between the two. So asishayini-ke. So i-angle esinayo u-30 degrees. So sino cos 30 degrees equals to adjacent u-A, asimazi u-A. So sifuna yena oku-TC, small letter A, over i-hypotenuse siyazi i-distance i-length ye-hypotenuse yethu u-20 centimeters. Then we cross multiply. We must cross multiply la. So siyamthola i-value ka-A. So we must cross multiply this i-denominator ewu-1 laphaya. So 1 times A uzoba u-A. Then bese siba no 20 times cos 30. Angithi siya cross multiply cos 30 times 20, that is 20 times cos 30 degrees. Then mu times laba boyi-2 iyaphuma-ke i-distance ka-TC, which is small letter A, iuba 20 times cos 30.
Oh, 10 square root 3.
10 square root 3. Okay, iyenziwe i-decimal. Iyenziwe
17,32.
So that is, you take one decimal, so it's 17,3 centi. Yes, 17,3 centimeters. So sesiyalazi-ke leliya side ukuthi okay laphaya ku small letter A i-distance yethu is 17,3. So between u-C kuya T i-distance yakhona 17,3 centimeters, because lana sitsheliwe i-measurement yakhona simeasure i-distance yethu in centimeters. So it's 17.3 centimeters. Then size ku-B. U-B uthi find the length of AT. Now sebefuna sithole i-length ka-AT. So AT nangiya lapha now A and T. So AT sizomthola kanjani-ke? AT, so kulula ukuthola u-AT. So masikule angle ka-30, so AT uyi-opposite over, ungasebenzisa la umuthanda ungasebenzisa u-opposite over hypotenuse, umuthanda ungasebenzisa u-opposite over adjacent. So aswenzeni ngawo u-2 sibone ukuthi azofana yini. So asiqale ngonakhuza ngo-opposite over hypotenuse. Yiphi konje leyo ratio, yiphi yo function esebenzisa i-ratio ka-opposite over hypotenuse?
Usine.
Sine. So asiqale-ke si-apply usine sibone. So sizoba no sine 30 degrees equals to opposite. So opposite asimazi opposite wethu small udenote ngo small letter c angithi.
Yeah.
So no small letter c, small letter c distance ka 80 lo esimfunayo. So over i-hypotenuse yethu inakhuza yakhona u-20 meters. So u-20. Then there is u1 laphaya oyi-denominator. So 1 times c kuzoba u-c. Then sine 30 times 20 kuzoba u-20 times sine 30 degrees. Kuphuma ba?
U10.
Kuphuma u-10 centimeters. Okay, so sesiyayazi le distance asibhaleni-ke. Siyazi laphayana between u-AT i-distance yakhona u-10. So this is a small letter c. So i-distance yakhona iwu-10 centimeters leya. Okay, angithi yakhumbula ngithi any trig ratio obungayisebenzisa la bese ngase ngoba sesinayo already sesinayo i-hypotenuse bese ngayisebenzisa i-ratio ka opposite over hypotenuse. Sinayo i-ratio kanjani? Opposite over adjacent. Ikhona i-function esebenzisa i-ratio. So ubani u-tan lo?
U10.
Yes, so bese ngamsebenzisa u-10. Okay. So bese ngamsebenzisa u-tangent. So bese soba no-tan 30 equals to sithini? Opposites over adjacent. Opposite as ulo ebesingamazi angithi OC because masila this is the opposite. So asimazi opposite OC over adjacent. I-adjacent le bese kade siyitholile angithi yakhumbula ka 17.3. Ne i-distance ka C and T. So 17.3. So this is 30 degrees. So there's it in denominator 1 lapha 1 times C. C equals to 17.3 10 80 degrees. Kuphuma ba?
U9 U10.
So more round off and so 10 angithi.
Yeah.
17.3 times 10 30. Kuphuma u9.98 then u-round off lapha kuba u10. So la ungasebenzisa noma yiphi ratio. So ama-answers akho azofana 10 centimeters. So ungasebenzisa into ebalekile uku-understand ukuthi uma ngisebenzisa le ratio yiphi i-function ekumele ngi-apply kuleyo ratio le. So uma ngithi opposite over hypotenuse yiphi i-function e-apply kuleyo ratio. Uma ngithi opposite over adjacent yiphi i-function e-apply kuleyo ratio. Then uqedile. Then the last one we see the angle BAT. BAT. Now i-triangle encane leyo yabo. Sebesibuza nge-triangle encane. BAT. So i-focus yethu isikule triangle encane. So kumele siqale sithole i-distance yalapha yaka TB. So i-distance ka TB izoboba. La angithi uyabona ukuthi sithi uma sisuka ku C siza ku B. I-distance yalapho u22 centimeters angithi. Because 22 centimeters is distance from C to B. And siyazi ukuthi ukusuka ku C siza ku T u17 centimeters. So shothi singakhona ukuthola leya portion ka TB ukuthi uba, because siyazi ukuthi i total from C uya B is 22. So angivele ngibhale phansi as iformula khona sizoyibona kahle. So siyazi la usho ukuthi ngamanye amazwi angibeke kanje. Kusho ukuthi ngamanye amazwi ukusuka ku C uya T ukuhlanganisa nokusuka ku T uya B kuyalingana nokusuka ku C uya ku B. So lento if isibhala as iformula izothini? So I distance ka CB sithola ngokuthi sithathe I distance ka CT. Sithola ngokuthatha I distance ka CT. So nangu C no T sihlanganisa ne distance kabani yokusuka ku T uya ku B. So plus uT B. Now siyazi ukuthi ukusuka ku C siya ku B it's how many centimeters? It's 22 centimeters, and it's from C to B is 22 centimeters. So that is 22 centimeters. And then ukusuka ku C siya ku T it's how many centimeters? Umasuka la ku C siya ku T it's 17.3 centimeters. So this one is 17.3 centimeters. Then asiyazi I distance yokusuka ku T uya ku B asinikezwa ngento sakayithola isifunayo. So kusho ukuthi sesithatha lo siyamtranspose uza ngala uzoba negative. So 22 minus 17.3 equals to TB. So therefore uTB iuba I distance yakhe 22 minus 17.3
or 4.7.
4.7 centimeters. So asibhaleni phansi. So sesiyazi ukuthi distance yokusuka la ku T uza ku B iwu 4.7. So distance yalapha. So lana bathi the angle of BAT. Okay, so sifuna I-angle ka A. So okay, ngoba i-capital A la kusho ukuthi sifuna I-angle kabani ka A. Okay, so masifuna I-angle ka A izobani ke I-angle ka A. Uma simlapha ku A iyiphi I-ratio esingayisebenzisa ukuthola I-angle ka A? So uthitha wethu nanga lapha A kusho ukuthi leli side siyalaza nithi.
Yeah.
Leli side liwubani liwu opposites, and then leli elinye esinalo lapha yana liwubani liwu
Adjacent.
adjacent. So opposite of adjacent apply abani ke lapha.
Or 10.
Tan. Yes, so should is apply tan function. So we are applying tan function. So tan A equals to opposite over adjacent. So tan A is equal to, so the opposite side it's in length yakhona. Opposite side how many centimeters?
4.7.
4.7. So 4.7 over adjacent length yakhona uba
10.
10. So 4 over 10. Then sifuna u-A lapha sifuna I-angle A. So this is u-angle A esimfunayo. So sifaka i-cap lapha phezulu. So there is i-denominator ka-1 la. Okay, but sithi ngoba sifuna u-A kumele sidivide ngo-tan, nangala sidivide ngo-tan. So must divide ngo-tan sizoba no angle A equals to arctan 4.7 over 10. Kusinika bani lokho?
25.2.
25,2 degrees. So sesitholile angle A. So angle A is 25,2. Then siqedile. So lento guys imathi kumele siyiprove esilale ngayo. Now asike sithi besifuna i-angle ka B. I-angle ka B now ingaboba. So abasifunanga la. So asi-add thina. So determine i-angle ka B. So sesiyamazi A. Obvious lapha nobani lapha u-90 degrees angithi.
Yeah.
Obvious last 90 degrees and siyayazi some yama interior angles of a triangle kumele sinikeze bani 180 angithi.
Yeah.
So futhi uzothi 180 minus lo 190 minus usize wale angle esitholile 25.2. So ngoba minus abasinika ba
that's nigga 64,8.
64,8. Okay, asike sithi ke mhlawumbe besikade asike sithi sifuna inacos sifuna le angle ka B. Sifuna i-angle ka B sifuna ngokwama ratios, trig ratios. We want to apply trig ratios ukuthola u-angle B. I-ratio bese soyisebenzisa ibizothini sino opposites sino opposites over adjacent. So opposites over adjacent. So uyiphi function apply ku ratio ka opposite over adjacent?
10.
So asike sicheck ukuthi besoyithola if besithola ngokwama if besi calculator ngokwe sisebenzisa the ratio. Singasasebenzisi indaba la sum of interior angles of a triangle. So sizo apply a function ka tan. So sifuna u-B angithi. So tan B is equals to opposites over adjacent. Kanti into kumele igcine nje isisekhanda sesicula sesingasacrane. So ungasadinga ukuyibuka phansi. So opposite is 10 units, adjacent 4,7. So kusho ukuthi la sizoba mase substitute we will have 10 B equals to opposite is ubani 10 units and adjacent 4,7. So now sesifuna u-B, angle B. So arctan 10 over 4,7. So kuphuma bani ke i-angle ka B lapha iuba umusha i-calculator
64,8.
64,8 degrees. Akusiye lo ade besimtholile ngokwe uma apply usum of interior angles of a triangle.
In amanye numbers simplify ile yapi.
Simplify ile le ka B. Okay, but it's round to 1 decimal. Mas round to 1 decimal 64,8 angithi.
Yeah.
So 64,8 nalapha yana besitholile mas round to 1 decimal 64,8. So kuyafana. So whether uyithola ngokwe sum of ama angles akwi triangle, interior angles of a triangle noma ngokwe ratio yakho still uthola i-angle iyafana 64,8. So angithi yabona ukuthi imathi kumele udlale ngayo ube nendlela eningi. So usuyazi if bengingafuni ukuyithola ngokwe sum of interior angles of a triangle bengizoyithola ngani ngokwe ratio, trig ratio. So ziningi indlela zokwenza imath. So imath idinga ukuthi sometimes ukwenza isibalo awudingi ukuthi uzolinde kubuzo. So exercise your mind ukuthi okay if bengenza kanje ama results ala abezogcina ethini. So that uzodevelopa uthando nama skills ahlukahlukene ukuthi sometimes ngingakhona ukuthi uma ngilisibalisela kanje ngikhona ukusolve kanje. So imath ungayenzi as if uchitha icala ukuthi no ngenza lokho engikubuziwe kuphela. Imath ifana negame uyayidlala imath. So ingakho abantu abaningi bashaya abafuna ukuyidlala. So uma ungayidlali ngeke uyenjoy but uma uyidlala iba interesting ukuthi wow kwenzakala kanjani ukuthi uma ngisebenzisa uma ngizofika ngithi 180 minus 90 degrees minus u-25,2 lokho kunginikeze u-64,8 okuyi-angle ka-B leya. So this is angle ka-B. Kwenzakala kanjani ukuthi futhi uma ngisebenzisa sengifaka u-arctan 10/4 still ngisathola the same angle? You know, you ask yourself those questions. U-investigate ama-problems akho nama-solutions. Oh, you know, the time wenza kanjalo you begin to find maths iba interesting. Siyambisana?
Yeah.